We are live.
Live.
Where have you been?
Dani got her hair done for this. Did you go to like Dry Bar?
The spa. No, I'm just kidding. Where have you been?
Well, I have been in Chicago, kind of close by. Cary, Illinois. Our headquarters is there. So I went for a week of product training. It was really great. I learned so much, and yeah, I feel a lot better. I'm ready to come back to Hawaii and hit the hospitals hard and spread my knowledge that I just learned.
Did you learn anything?
So much stuff. I'm being serious.
No way.
I swear. Wait, okay. This is going to be very terrible.
Well, because I told you I saw your boss at the farmer's market, and we were wondering if you were going to graduate training or not. So,
what did he say?
Nothing. I was just like, "Oh, you're not like in Chicago or whatever," and he was just like, "No, it's just like the new trainees." And I was like, "Is she gonna pass?" But
okay,
hey, we'll know when you get back, I guess.
Well.
Did you just cut out, or is that me?
Did we disappear?
No.
Are we okay?
I'm trying to.
What are you doing?
Oh, I fixed it. Okay.
Are you the producer now? Are you Dani the producer?
I don't know. I guess Seth's not on here, so we're going to be in trouble later. He's going to yell at us.
Uh-oh. Yeah, because we're kind of pausing and freezing a little bit.
Is that your internet? I don't know where Seth is. Hold on. I think so. It seems like it's working.
Well, anyways, I just would like to share with everyone that I got, just to preface it, the entrance exam. This is very bad. Also, I've been out of school for like 20 something years.
Okay, get on with it. What was your score?
Okay. Guess.
Wait, did you take it twice?
Yes, because I had to take it in the beginning and then when I left. It's the same test.
So you got, but it's like you got like a 50 the first time.
A 59.
Okay. And then what did you get the second time?
Guess.
Did you do better? 65? 80?
More.
No way. 90?
Yeah, I'm so smart. More than that.
You got 100?
No, I got a 93.
Hold on, though. I was told by somebody else that you had the answers to this. You just didn't look at them. Or like they gave you like an exact study guide the first time you were supposed to take it, and you just failed instead.
Well,
and weren't you the only one in the group who did like super bad on it too?
No. Luckily, I'm not going to say any names. Someone else got around the same score as me, and
one
so I was
person?
like, well, and then like people got in the 60s, like below 70, like around 70. Like the thing is like my job is 3 products. But there's like a million different products. And like, so this is my first time ever hearing about them, learning about them, knowing about them. And there's a million clinicals. Like we came from a gym where I'm like, hey guys, this is a snatch or this is a clean. Yeah. And I'm like, okay, Deb Johnson in her study of, in what year it was and what article it was.
I wouldn't like that either.
And it was like specific things. Like they tested, this is kind of gross. You're like a germaphobe. So in the hospitals, basins, like how they do a basin bath, those little plastic containers. 1,103 of those, they tested them. 188 hospitals, 100% of them had at least one contaminated basin.
Ew,
isn't that gross? And 62 of the rest had like actual like bacteria in it. So you're taking a bath with like gross stuff. I know. And then I learned about pre-op prep, which was really interesting to me because I'm about to go under the knife at some point soon. Yeah. So I was like, what's the protocol?
And
And I would just like to share this information because I would love to share this with the world because I just learned it. When you go into pre-op, just to let you know, there's 3 different parts on your skin where you can get bacteria for surgical site infections. So you need to dress your skin.
Is this a medical show now? Since you've been to training for 3 days?
Okay, but I'm just excited. I'm excited. Oh, wait, but did you know this? Your nose.
No, I didn't know any of this.
Okay, well, I'm informing you.
Okay, give me the nose fact. Go.
Okay, there's 3 things. Nose to toes, our product for pre-op prep. Your skin, right? So we have a 2% THC clock. We have for your nose, you have to put a povidone iodine. Okay, whatever, 5%. But that is because there's MRSA that lives in your nose. So staph.
Tell this person what you're selling because I don't know what you're selling.
Okay, and then in your mouth, if you don't brush your teeth before you go into surgery or like after, you can get pneumonia because
Thank God she froze. Seth, the producer, is that Jamie's internet?
We're just going away.
Oh.
Okay. Oh, there we are.
She's back.
I can hear her, but we can't see her moving.
Oh no, Seth, are you sick?
No, he's eating lunch.
Yeah.
Okay.
This person says Jamie's freezing, but,
and now Danny's
I'm fine. It's because Jamie's sitting out by the pool. I'm in my my home
anyways,
office.
Yeah, moving on.
Can she not even hear me?
Let's get into this.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Hello?
Seth, help.
Okay, there you are. Are we having some technical issues today?
Yes, because you're out by the pool, Jamie.
I think it's just your internet, Jamie, because I can hear Dani fine and I can hear and see you, but for whatever reason you can't hear her and you keep freezing up. So
I have
might just be if you have the other things open on your computer, maybe close some stuff so it runs a little faster. But carry on.
Okay, let's do that.
So today,
yes,
I think just generally speaking, we're going to talk about just. Hold on.
What?
I
wish I need that. I'm trying to get some of that.
Jamie would be eating all the product if that was the case. So
no, I'd be so skinny. You wouldn't even see me on the show. I'd be so
no. Jamie's selling toothbrushes. She's not like
toothbrushes, butt wipes. They're cloths. But these are very important things in the hospital.
Boot, right?
And a heel protector, a boot. Yeah. So you don't get a pressure injury on your heel.
So if any of you guys watching need any of those things,
please reach out to me if your local hospital needs them.
$100,000 worth of it.
Please. Thank you.
So this show, we were going to talk about just like the fate of CrossFit, like where is it going and kind of what I thought about. So the CrossFit Games is coming up. I think it's the first week of August. So I think that's like 5 weeks from now. CrossFit Games released the roster of the men and women who are competing this year. And when I tell you, I know 5 of them, like I don't know any of these people. So I was curious.
Pull it up.
Seth, pull it up. It was on Instagram.
Okay. You don't know any of them?
I don't know.
You know,
like I know 5 people, like Justin Medeiros. There's like Tia, like I know those people.
Right.
But 90% of these people, not even like I don't know them. I've never even heard their name. Like, so I was like going through the list. Yeah. So this is the game you're going to play. I was going through this list and I was going to be like, okay, if this person walked into my gym, would I be like, oh, CrossFit Games? That like when I tell you, I'm not kidding you, 90% of them, I
don't know.
Ours is? Our internet's going to go down. Seth said. Why? Okay. We might be in trouble.
Why? So you've been blaming on me this whole time, but it was really you?
Can you come in here? I don't know what you're saying. He's just like yelling at me.
Okay.
I think we just lost power.
Oh, sick.
We're having full-blown technical difficulties.
So thank you. The whole time you're blaming my...
Well, it was your fault. What do you want me to do?
Oh, you have internet still?
For the second.
Then carry on. If it goes off, just go on your phone and click the link and use your service.
Okay.
You can do the show from your phone.
Okay. How do I pull up can I put a screen on here?
No, yes, you can.
Let me pull up this.
For those of you joining, thanks for bearing with us. This is our 4th, 5th.
Yeah, click that, pull it up, go to share screen, get out of here.
How do you share the screen?
On the bottom. Well, after you pull up what you want to see.
Okay.
Seth sounds sick.
Oh, here it is. Okay, so make it a separate tab or something.
Just go back to your
go back to this.
Go to the bottom, see where it says present.
Present.
We're walking everyone through.
Share screen.
Yeah, and then
that's right.
Allow. Choose the tab. Got it. Wow, look at me. Did I do it?
Oh my God. Good job.
So here's what we're going to do. You're going to go through and tell me that you would, if this guy, like
Unikowski?
Lydia Fish, whatever, whoever.
Okay.
If Lydia Fish walked into your gym right now, do you know who that is?
I've heard her name. I saw her.
Walked in your gym. Would you recognize her and be like, oh, that's Lydia Fish? Or would you be like, who is this?
Potentially. Yes. Because I saw her. I specifically remember her struggling with some lifting and then she like got it at the end or like, it was a really great, cool moment. So I do remember her.
Okay. We'll go down the men's. We won't say everyone's name because that'll take so long. Just give me like a yes or no. And I'm going to keep track of how many people you would know if they literally walked into your gym.
Okay.
Okay. Starting with the first one, Koski. Okay. Yes or no?
Yes.
Next.
Yes. Yes.
Next. Okay.
Leahy? Yes. Isaac
no, we're
Newman.
on Isaac Newman.
Oh, no.
Okay, next.
No.
Next.
No.
Next.
No.
Next.
No.
Next.
Yes, Jason Hopper.
Next.
Harry Lightfoot, no. Christy Barra, yes. Justin Medeiros, yes. He did walk into Torrance Training Lab, by the way. Really super nice. Took pictures with everyone. So nice.
Ron Callion.
No.
Next.
Austin Hatfield, yes. Ricky, yes. Roman, yes. Dallin, yes. Maritz, maybe. Caleb, no. Bruns, yes. Ish. Because he'd probably be a international.
Tudor Magda?
Yes.
Okay.
Colton, yes. Jay, yes. Enrique, no. Colin, no. Enrique, no. James Sprague, yes.
Okay.
Really nice too. Jeff Adler, yes. Nick Matthew, yes. Jack Rosema, yes.
Wow, you actually did so good. That was 18 of what is it? 40? I don't know how to count.
Thank you.
Seth, how many people are competing? 30 or 40? That's actually a lot.
That is a lot.
How many people is that? I don't want to count.
There's 30 people for.
And you would know 18 of them?
That's not very good, but yeah.
Dude, I think I know 1, 2.
Who do you know? Call it the names you know.
Okay, people I would know is I don't know who Jason Hopper is. I don't know why, but Seth's always like,
really?
How do you know who that is? I have no idea. Okay, Justin Medeiros, Ricky, Roman, Colton, only because Juna loves him, and Jeff Adler. I would know 5 if they literally walked into my gym.
Really?
I've heard of other people's names, but as far as being able to recognize them and point them out, I would know 5 people.
Here's my question: do you think they would be offended if they didn't recognize them or not know them, or like how do you think
and I think that's the topic of this video is like it's changed so much, just CrossFit in general. Like I don't know if there's like a lack of hype. I don't know if I'm just like old, but like I don't know if like maybe the way that people qualify is like less interesting now, because again, like we were talking about it previously, if there was regionals, you're watching like all the regionals and everyone's like doing the same workouts and you're like comparing people across regions. So it's like, I think way more interesting when it was like that.
Totally.
But so I don't know. I find it weird that I own 5 gyms. I've been doing this for like over 10 years and I literally would only recognize 5 of those people. Maybe there's something to be said about the way that like CrossFit media has changed over the years. And maybe they're not like doing the same level of like promoting of, or just like the same level of like content within CrossFit media to keep it interesting so that like, I don't know what's going on. But again, even for you, I mean, Seth, do you know every single one of these people? Don't lie.
Yes, I know every single
one.
But Seth is also currently doing media.
If like every single one of these guys walked in our gym, you would be like, "Oh, that's Toby Buckland."
I'm gonna leave you with one point here to think about. Is it's not that they're not producing some media. It's not maybe what it was, but both of your interests have shifted. You're not
correct.
Neither one of you are active in the sport currently, so you don't give a shit who you're competing against because you're not competing.
But
you both have
they're not doing anything to keep me interested.
No, I think you've gotten older.
Jeez, he's just saying that. Okay, wait, go through the girls list because I think I know probably this more.
Okay, yes. So count them out. How many I know?
Go.
Lydia, yes. Alex Suzanne, yes. Hattie Conyo, yes. Danielle Brennan, yes. Tia Clartumi, yes. Mariana, I've heard of her. I don't know if I would necessarily recognize her when she walked in. Lexi Neely, yes. Brick Wells, yes. Christina, no. Emily, I've heard of her. Lucy, no. Luisa, no. Maria, no. Sydney, yes. Monica, yes. Syria, no. Choi, yes. Alex Dreyfus, yes. 11. Haley Adams, yes. Elvis Kerstetter, yes. I don't think I would reckon. Maybe yeah. Yes, I would. Fee, okay. Amy, yes. Claudia, yes. Grace, yes. Ariel, Maddie, Abby, yes. Jennifer, no. Lucy, yes.
Oh, okay, that's good. 22 out of 30.
That's pretty good. That's like better than my entrance exam. Not as good as my exit exam. Okay, you?
Let me see. Dawn's good question. That's a good question for Jamie because Jamie's
would you rather
CrossFitter because she has a eating problem.
Where I took a picture right here saying that my body dysmorphia. Would you rather
you
be
did
one
that
of the
today?
No, a long time ago, like in 2016. Would you rather be one of the OG CrossFit athlete nobody today remembers, or someone who doesn't know any of today's top competitors? Dani?
That's a tricky question. I feel like OG. I just liked it. I mean, again, things are just different, but like I just loved it back in the day.
Yeah, and this question came up the other day about if you can go back to any point of time in your life, which time would that be? So answer that question.
I have to think. What's your answer?
Well, I had answered and I said, I don't know. I loved high school. I loved college. I loved after. So there are so many. I mean, I think you think about being an adult, and I'm kind of one. But in college, it was so much more fun and easy and carefree, and you didn't have to do all these things. So I was like, oh, maybe go back to that. And then one of the answers was I wouldn't go back, because you know everything you know now. Like, how could you go back and live that life?
Yeah, that's one of those like tricky questions where you're supposed to say that you just like enjoy living in the moment, which is like fine. And like, I don't have a problem with that. But I think like I enjoyed so put it this way, right now, today, like my level of fitness, like I don't care. I still try to work out 5 days a week, but I'm happy to just like modify the movements and just go and like hang out with the members and just take class. And like, so I'm having a lot more fun in that regard by like basically not caring anymore. Right. But it was also fun. Like when we were training full time, like, or whatever, like it was also fun to like really see like progress and like really have something to focus on that's really testing your body. Right. And like testing your physical capabilities. Like I definitely miss that, but I don't at this moment see myself ever wanting to get back there. I'd much rather just work out because it's like good for me, you know?
You don't think that when you turn 35, how many years is that away for you?
Heck no. In 3 years? No way.
You don't think in 3 years that you're going to want to try for masters
at
any point? 35 to 39.
I'm not as beat up as you, but like my elbows hurt, like my back hurts, like my knees hurt. Like I think and also I think that the training landscape has changed so much, right? So when we started 10 years ago, like, I don't know what you were doing. I know you were eating a lot, but like I was working out 5 hours a day. Like I would just keep doing more and more and more and more. And I was following Seth's program and it was so bad. It was like to just beat you into the ground every day. And I remember, I'll never forget, there was like he programmed this like absolutely terrible day of training. And like the last thing was like a 3x3 back squat at like, Heakin's going to chime in because I'm going to get it wrong. But it was like a 3x3 back squat at like 100% of your max or something like that. Like it was so.
You better jump in and defend
whatever.
yourself. Here he comes. Here he comes.
Just say it.
Here he comes.
99%.
Not at 100%.
Was it 95%?
I'm not even gonna.
You're an idiot.
I'm not even gonna engage anymore. So
doesn't matter.
What was it? What was it? What percentage?
I don't know. I don't.
It was something. It was something insane.
Take this down and keep talking. Take this off your screen and keep talking.
I don't know how.
Remove.
Oh my god.
Get back to your good stuff here.
We're back.
There we are. We're back. We're back.
Okay. I knew he was going to have to say that. I don't know what the percentage was. I said that at first, but it was like about beating yourself into the ground.
Was that your method? Was that your? That's when Seth still believed in percentages. Oh, does he not anymore?
No, he doesn't. Seth? He's finally got some sense knocked into him by his wife. It took
That's
a while.
Another. Oh, so you don't believe in percentages and he does. Let's talk about this.
Look, we can't talk about certain things until Seth's not on this call because he's just going to keep chiming in.
No, it's great. I love this. I want to know.
Because
why do you not believe
if I tell the truth, he's going to come on and be like, no.
Great. What's the truth? And why do you not believe
the truth is that I never liked percentages for the reason I just said. So Seth would program these crazy, like really challenging back squat sets, which is fine, right? But I would end up failing them, getting super frustrated, and then trying again, and then trying again. And then I'm like, 15 squats, super heavy squats deep because I kept failing like a 3x3. I would hit like a 3x2 or whatever. And I would just keep trying to get that third rep, keep failing, whatever, being a frustrated athlete, wanting to complete like the program, right? So when we started like jump ship programming, that was one of the things we discussed was getting rid of the percentages. So in a scenario like that, it would be like 3x3 heavy. So then you as the athlete can just decide, okay, do I feel awesome today or do I feel like crap today? But then you can just kind of like walk out with your pride still because we didn't tell you to hit you know,
a certain percentage,
300 for 3 when then you just don't have it that day. Again, we've discussed this a lot before. Like there's obviously a place for percentage work in certain training, but I don't think that generally speaking for the general CrossFit athlete that it's necessary.
The general CrossFit athlete or the general gym goer, CrossFit gym goer?
I think kind of both. Like, I guess maybe for like a CrossFit Games athlete, if they had a very specific weakness that they like very specifically needed to focus on their strength, sure, like they might be on some sort of like percentage build program. But like, if you're going to go crush a bunch of Metcons and then be told to hit X% for X reps, like I don't know. So that's kind of why we did away with it.
Okay. That makes sense. I mean, I think looking back all these years later, whatever percentage I would get, I would obviously try to do, but everyone knows that as an athlete, every day feels different. You know, you wake up, you didn't get enough sleep, your nutrition was off. It was off every day for me. You like didn't drink enough water, whatever reason. Like for women, you know, it might be that time of the month. Like you just don't feel as good. It gives you something to shoot for. But like if I ever didn't hit it, I would just text my coach and be like, "Hey, didn't have it today." You know,
every day is like, "Oh, didn't have it today. Didn't have it."
Which
today.
I will give credit to my coach all those years. His name was Mike Lee at the time. Well, he yes, for one, for putting up with me. 2, he was really great about he didn't overtrain me.
Yeah,
which I am so thankful for. I'm like broken today, but not because of the training. Like I literally felt like the buildup of every season of everything going into that, like he prepared me for each part of those seasons, for, you know, the open, for the, you know, and even then he's like, it's okay, or if not in the best, like we're not trying to peak right now in February.
And that's OPEC stuff too. So I think that's
very
that was always driven. Very different than like the standard CrossFit stuff.
Right.
Like, it was always very different. And to be honest, I always thought it was so boring. I don't know how you did that all every day. Like it's like everything's like 60% effort. Yeah, but it was always like 60% effort, rest for 5 minutes. Like I'm just like, I'd be like so bored. But it obviously they were very successful with doing that with a lot of their athletes. Like I think it's just
and I think they kind of know, like even then it was supposed to be an AM and a PM session, and I'm doing one. You know, and Mike was cool. Yeah. Like I'm not telling that. I was like, I don't have time to do this. Or if I want to knock it all out, like, so they're very flexible. And I will say, like, the very last year I ran into Matt Bryant, who was our Gridley coach, Mike and Matt. And I've always loved Matty. He's like, has such a great, you know, and I ended up, you know, he did an athlete camp at my gym. And that's why he was just like, hey, you're still in good shape. If you want to make a run for masters, like,
which is so funny.
Why? It might happen to you because Seth is going to be like, you know what? You look great. You move amazing.
No. Let me tell you, Seth would never, because like he wants me to like be home to like clean the house, like
sure.
like a good
you're
life.
Ever gonna do that? Okay.
Clean the house and do that stuff.
We're putting you on blast. You make him give you foot rubs at night.
I could, I mean, as he should. I could never. I don't have the dedication, the motivation, the
right. But I will say, like, I think I was always. It was trained to, you know what I mean? To me, it was specific. Like that's what a good coach, like Seth, does that for every single person. He personalizes everything.
I still don't know how you were able to, like, you competed in 2016 and then games again in 2018. Is that when you went? Yeah. And then you took 6 years off, something like that. 7 years
2018 to 2024. 18. Yeah.
But then then you're old, you're broken.
Yeah.
Weren't you 39 too in the 35 to 39? You're the oldest person. You're literally the oldest person. And you still somehow made the games. That is crazy.
Not the games,
to me.
The semifinals.
No, the year before. Didn't you make the Masters games when you quit?
Oh, I made the Masters games last year.
That's crazy.
Right.
That division is so competitive.
Yeah, I would have got smashed.
Well, you still made it, which I like. When you made it, I was just like, how did she even do? Like, I remember me and Seth looked at the leaderboard, like, Jamie's not in last. Like, she made the games, which is crazy.
Because I know.
How do you take so much time off, and then how are you able to turn it back on again to be like, oh, I care again? Like, that's crazy to me. I've so put that part of my life just like behind me, which is like fine. Like, I'm just, you know what I mean? I don't know how the heck you could just be like, okay, here we go. Like,
well, okay, so this is the thing, like. I had no plans on competing, right? And then Matt came into that athlete camp at my gym, which I just let him use my gym. And I was like, oh, cool, I'll jump in. And he was like, yeah.
Wait, what month was that?
That was in October.
Okay, so you had like almost an entire year.
No.
From that point.
No.
Yeah, because the games
in November. No.
Right.
No.
The games was the next October.
I started in October, November of training. So I had November, December, January. The Open is February. I had 4 months.
But the Games was October for Masters that year. They moved it, right, Seth?
Was it? I thought it was August or September. I think it was August.
Okay, I have no idea.
Anyways, whatever.
It was later in the year, but yes.
Okay, whatever. Yeah.
And Jamie was like, I'm not going to Alabama. I was like,
no, it was because I was injured. I mean, I hurt my shoulder a year before that, and then I stayed off of it. I we trained through it, and then I was able to compete in the Open, the quarterfinals, and then the semifinals for the Masters, and then the semifinals in person in Carson. So there was just too much stuff, and I really messed up my shoulder really bad. And then here we are. So yeah, but I will say, when I was out there, it was amazing. Like, I went because and we were shocked when Matt told me, he even told me, he's like, my wife, Sandra, was like, Jamie made individuals, for the individual semifinals in the North America West. And he's like, no, even Matt said no.
He was like, did you put your scoring wrong?
He was like, that's not right. And she's like, no, her name's on here. And he's like, what? And he called me. I was like, no, just in shock,
Yeah.
But yeah, I will say, I went because it was in my backyard. It's 2016 vibes. It was the last time I was there. But it was
cool.
It was tough being out there, and I found myself in these situations where I enjoyed my training. I was just in the process of enjoying the training. That's where I was I didn't have any expectations to make anything, because I was just cool, let's just train and see where it goes. And I was enjoying that, and it was hard, but I liked it.
He's back.
All right, let's I have something for you guys to discuss here. So the title of the show is CrossFit dead?
We ditched the title of the show.
No. I'm gonna bring it all back together for you right now. Okay. So you guys went through the list of people who qualified for the games. There's another list that was put out yesterday or today by Barbell Spin. And it's the games athletes that have their level 1 or level 2. Back in the day, pretty much all the games athletes that competed were either gym owners or trainers of some kind. And it's become less and less the case that that's happening, as these are trying to be professional athletes. So I'm going to pull up this list of athletes that have that, and you guys can talk about where you think the direction's gone and if that's impacted CrossFit. Okay.
Thank you for bringing us.
I want to know if other people know who all these athletes are, or if I'm just what Seth says is just old. But
I think a lot of people do. If you're a fan of the sport, you're following pretty closely to every single event, Oh, right.
First of all, actually, I'm not going to say it because I don't need Barbell Spin to clip it and then blow me up on the internet. So I'm just going to hold my thought. Okay, here's the list. 26 of the 60 hold a level 1 or level 2. 26 of 60. Jamie, what percentage is that?
20, 40, 60. 30
percentage.
Yeah, a little over 30, I think. Is that right? Anyways, okay.
That's a little less than half, a little less than 50%.
Oh, wait, what? Oh,
26 of 30. What percentage is that?
Anyways, okay. So
still no answer. Okay, I guess we'll never know.
Okay, but yeah, you're right. Back in the day, almost every single person that went to the games.
Hold on, wait. Was 0 of these people have the level 3 too? Is that even true? Because that's
Are you judging? Tell everyone what you have.
The level 3, of course I do. I'm an elite level gym owner. Jamie.
Oh, I have my level 2.
You did? Oh yeah, that's right. You went to the court.
I do. I have my level 2. So
thank you, Don.
No, 43%.
But Jamie said 30%. So
I said a little over. That's 43. Okay. So
first of all, this list is really annoying. It's men and women. Wait, is it alphabetical? Is that what happened? Okay, it's alphabetical by last name. Okay. I was like,
what do you think of that? What does that list say to you?
I think that says kind of the argument that has been said many, many times about how it seems like the affiliates and what CrossFit started as and what CrossFit's all about versus the CrossFit Games have never been more disconnected. And I would rather go back on what I said. That's probably what I just said. That's my reason for, I think, not knowing what's going on. I think that there used to be all these athletes would train in gyms. Now they're all train on their home gyms, or they train in off hours. And like the disconnect between CrossFit Games and the affiliates is completely opposite direction. And I don't know that that'll ever go back.
Did you guys participate in the affiliate cup or whatever? What was it? No,
it was what the heck is it called? Seth, what was that thing called?
Community Cup.
The Community Cup.
Oh. Do you know the rules? Did you promote it? Did anyone do it?
The way that I own 5 gyms and don't know what the Community Cup is, and I remember when it was very, very first announced, I was like, oh, okay, one kind of seems like a money grab, but maybe it'll be cool and maybe it gets my members a little bit more interested in competing, right? Or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Not only do I not know what the Community Cup is, I didn't see anything about it. And of our, 800 gym members or however many we have across all the gyms, not that I know of, not one person, at least to me, brought it up, asked a question about it. I did not hear one thing about it. And Seth, at one point, I think it was about us talking about it. He said, oh, you should talk about the Community Cup workouts. That was the only time I heard the words Community Cup. He didn't even bring it up. He didn't ask if we were running it. So as far as I know, certainly nobody said anything to me, but I don't think anybody even brought it up to him either. 0 people of all of these gyms.
Well, no, you're right on the money. And I think part of the issue is that we're getting a dropping participation in the open, even though we push the open. We even sell open t-shirts at the gyms. Am I in there? Can you hear me?
We don't push it for signups though. We just want people to come do the workout.
Do the Friday night.
They sign up. Yeah.
But we promote it a bit and we both sign up for the open every year and we try to get people to sign. I do try to push it a bit. So
I would also just like to note, we sign up, not that I wouldn't sign up, but we sign up because CrossFit Games forces us to sign up. They make us pay the $20 in order to put the team in, so we have to sign up.
Well, I would do it anyway because it's fun.
No, I know. And I do it too. And I would I don't care, but not when I tell you nobody even brought up this freaking Community Cup, and Seth, CrossFit superfan, didn't bring it up. What does that tell you?
Well, I couldn't get people to do the open. There's no way I was going to get people to do a multi-week Community Cup. But
I think that something that has to do with nobody doing the open is kind of this entire thing we were just talking about with the L1, L2. These games athletes who are supposed to be the faces of the sport and the come do CrossFit, it's good for you. They don't care anymore. They're just doing it for
so what, as a gym owner, as a CrossFit gym owner of multiple CrossFit gyms, what does CrossFit need to do better to get this moving in a better direction for you? Or what would be most beneficial to you?
Oh, I don't care. I don't care about the CrossFit games athletes, so to speak. We're running the gyms to help, the people in our community. We're not doing it because the people in our community think they're going to make the CrossFit Games. Nobody.
Well, what would you like to see from CrossFit though, as a gym owner?
Okay, think about you as Jamie, the gym owner. She was coaching classes. She's working out in her gym every day. You're taking class at your gym every day, and you're also just a social figure. I don't know. You're just you're so out there, and you're showing people you are a good role model for the sport. I don't think, and I'm going to just put a blanket statement, but I don't think a lot of these athletes are being good role models to get people into their gyms. They're just almost promoting themselves. They want to grow their following. Following equals money. It's not about what it used to be about, I think, which was
grow their following,
growing. Yeah, that's how you get money. That's what you did. She's frozen, thankfully. She's frozen right as I shit on her. Seth, come back.
Oh, you're freezing on my end. Okay, well, we got to wrap this up because we're freezing. Okay. So, moral of the story is...
I think we need to revisit this topic.
Is CrossFit dead?
We need to Is CrossFit dead part 2. Are we going, Seth, or are we frozen?
You're going. I can hear Jamie. Yeah.
When Jamie has Wi-Fi, we need to talk this topic a little bit more next time. Is it frozen?
Okay. Tough internet day for everybody. Tough internet day. It's the way it goes sometimes.
It's frozen. All right, everybody. This might be the end of the podcast.
Okay, we'll be back when Jamie's back in Hawaii next week.
All right. And with that, everyone, we will catch you next time with some better Wi-Fi.
Okay, bye.
Did you hear me?